We have about 6 music videos out. I just had to compile a list of them the other day, and I was actually thinking about that same thing. I think if the song is strong enough and we like it enough, I think we're more inclined to do a music video for it.
You can't hammer people over the head with 3 hours of originals they've never heard.
Yeah.
Like, you got to hit them with 2 songs they know, and then an original, 2 songs you know, then an original.
I just re-listened to Dragon New War Mountain, I Believe in You. There's so many good harmonies on that record. A lot of really, they'll take the high harmony and pull it way back in the mix, so you have to really listen for it, but you can feel it. It's so good.
Welcome to another episode of In the Chair. Today, I am in the chair with American Mile. We're going to talk about they're a hell of a band based in Los Angeles, but a very southern sound, a southern vibe, but very rock and roll. We have Eugene, Joe, and Colton here. Guys, welcome to In the Chair.
Yeah.
How's it going, man? Thanks for having us. All right, baby. Pleasure to be here.
In the chair.
I just want to point out the past 5 minutes has been navigating the temperament of a domesticated parrot, which
you guys should I show the viewers said parrot? I mean, I can take them on a quick journey. He's right
we might
here.
as well start with that.
Dude. All right, there's the parrot.
The parrot.
His name is Pujo.
Pujo.
Sometimes he attacks me. He's like, yeah, I'd do that,
I actually thought you had said Cujo, which would make sense.
Well, originally his name was Cujo, but when he was adopted, the name was changed to Pujo, so it sounded like he wouldn't attack you. But he says things like "I love you" and like "hello," but all those mean is "I'm gonna bite you." Like none of that means "I love you" or "hello." It's all, dude. He's like, he's no carrot. It's only stick. So it's all just like. It's all just attack. But today, he's been very friendly with me. I don't know what's going on. So I'm changing his mood. So that's nice to see.
He knows you're on camera. He doesn't want to hear the lawsuit later.
Oh, yeah. He's got a beak. He's like me. Look at that.
Dude, he doesn't care about lawsuits.
There's a joke somewhere in there.
Can I get one of y'all or all three of you just to kind of give a once-over of American Mile, how long you've been together? You play an inordinate amount of shows.
Yeah, dude, we're psychos. We love to play. I hate being anywhere but on a stage.
Can we get the formation story of the band? Are you all like friends from childhood or met out in the scene or?
I met Joe. Was 13 years ago now, Joe? 14 years ago in Hollywood. We both moved. Yeah, we both moved here from our respected states, and we formed another band years and years and years ago. And then, man, basically, we've just known each other forever. And then when I was doing American Mile, when I started the project, I went through a lot of lineups and blah, blah. And then Joe happened to be living across the street from me at the time. And basically just started working together, writing songs and, getting the band, kind of getting the prototype for like what American Mile would kind of turn into, like off the ground. A lot of the like beginning groundwork that turned into us doing these like 200 shows plus a year, So basically there from the beginning of how this band started, I'd say Joe was there. And then we met Desmond, the bass player, I want to say 2.5 years ago. Actually, I think it was before that, right? Didn't we meet him before 2 years? But he didn't join the band until 2 years in, I think.
Yeah, Colton's been around for about a year.
Yeah. I think Des did an audition for us like 3 years ago, and we passed on him, and then 2 years later a year later we needed a bass player, and I was like, how about Desmond? I really liked him, and bam, we got Dez, and he's been in the band since, and a really, really great part of it. And then yeah, Colton. We just found Colton on the side of the road one day.
Yeah,
We were driving
I
down
was
the
eating this
highway.
ham sandwich I found. It was like almost full, so I was super stoked.
We did,
And,
yeah. We had lost our drummer somewhere, and I was like, "Yo, Joe, I think that's a drummer." And there was just this guy playing in the desert, and bam, we found Colton.
Yeah,
That's
Dude,
it's kismet.
That's a great backstory.
it's great. Yeah, that's his hero arc. That's how it
Yeah.
started.
Yeah, they let me eat table scraps, so I love them.
That's how you live as a drummer. So
Yeah, you gotta.
good leftovers.
Yeah, dude.
I see this interview is probably going to air in a couple weeks, but I mean, you were in Long Beach last night, and you're playing in San Diego tomorrow. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Sir.
So, yeah, y'all do just a lot of one-day shows and back, and then also touring, just kind of the whole shebang.
Yeah, when you're doing 200 shows, basically you're doing like
Sometimes we sleep in the van.
3 to 5 shows a week.
A
Is
lot
kind
of
of what
time.
you're looking at. Like I think next week,
Yeah.
6 shows next week, but we're only doing 3 shows this week, so the average hits between 3 and 5, and we're always back and forth.
Yeah.
Wow, and
Yeah.
I was looking at Instagram and TikTok and stuff, and I saw just a great kind of, it looked like an impromptu cover of "She Talks to Angels" or whatever. Are your sets? Do you do kind of the 3-hour thing where you play originals and covers, or are you, or both? Do you do some nights where it's like a 45-minute tight original set?
Both.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We prefer to do the tight original set if we could every night, but like, there are casinos and stuff that we play that will, that and things like that. Like you're saying, those 3-hour gigs, and it's just like you can't hammer people over the head with 3 hours of originals they've never heard.
Yeah.
Like, you got to hit them with 2 songs they know, and then an original, 2 songs then an original. And honestly, if you space them right, a lot of times we try to make our transitions really tight, where like we'll do like a song like "Country Girl Shake It," and we'll transition mid song into one of our own songs without actually changing the beat or anything.
Without
And the
stopping.
tempo. Yeah, without stopping, and people like they don't even realize they're dancing to a different song half the time. Like, and that's I think that's like, that's kind of the art that we try to work on with our craft, is really, really like gelling that of like, okay, we have to play covers, but is there a way to transition these covers into an original song without the audience really knowing? And at the end, they're like, I want to buy the CD because I just listened to this song and I liked it just as much as the cover I was listening to,
I think that's really interesting. I'm thinking of interviews like way back in the 70s with Twisted Sister. They used
Hell
to
yeah.
do like 3 sets a night, 7 nights a week, and like play
Yep.
4 and 5 hours a night. And
Hammerheads in Long Island, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
no, it gets you so tight as a band because you'll have
Oh,
nights, with terrible sound or whatever. Like all these, you hit every pitfall a band can hit regularly, so they become not
Yes.
pitfalls anymore.
They're your strengths. They become your strength.
Exactly. Make your weakness your strength.
Exactly.
Tell me about your releases. I saw one of your videos came out about 6 months ago. That was a photograph of you. How often do you crank out new videos? I mean, what's your approach to releasing new music and then choosing, hey, we need a video for this one or not?
We have about 6 music videos out. I just had to compile a list of them the other day, and I was actually thinking about that same thing. I think if the song is strong enough and we like it enough, I think we're more inclined to do a music video for it. And Will Cook out here in Los Angeles, he's originally from Florida, but he does most of our photos, all of our photos, and all of our music videos are done by Will as well. So if the song is strong, we feel like we can put a good storyline together with it. We'll collaborate with Will Cook on it. And Will's been with us for 3 years now at this point, so he knows us really well. It's really comfortable working with him. He knows what we like and what we don't like, and he knows to tell me, okay, you can show up at this time. So I only need you for an hour. He doesn't waste my time. You know what I mean? So he's really cool about working with us. So Will's definitely a big part of our music video. I mean, if you've seen some of it, I'm sure, and just the shots he gets are just like, I'm just like, this is like a movie. This could be a movie right now. Like, it's crazy, man. Crazy. He's super, super talented.
Yeah, some people call their videographers like the fifth member of the band, but in reality, Will's like the third member of the band because he's been here longer than Des and I both.
Yeah, if anybody's getting fired, it's one of you guys, not
Yeah,
Des.
exactly. It's not Will. Will's going to be around.
Yeah, but as I would say, this song has to be strong enough, and it also has to tie in with a good storyline, and then that could be a video, I would say.
Yeah, I think that's super important. Different bands I've been in, especially the ones that we were more image conscious, you need go-to photographers and go-to videographers because that's how you get known. And
yeah, and Will, like I was saying, Will totally gets us, man. He understands how we want to look. He understands how we want to be portrayed, and he knows our personalities. You know, and now it's very comfortable to where he can be like, "Hey, move over this way," without having to be gentle about it. Like, and we know it's just coming from a working place; it's not coming from a personal space or anything like that. So,
yeah. One of the bands I was in our rehearsals, we called the phrase having dick ears because when somebody hears something bad that isn't contributing to the song, it wastes so much time to say, "Hey, that one part, could you maybe please?" It's like that part sucks. Change it. Just and you learn not to take it personally. It's like our time is limited here. Let's get to it.
Yeah, man.
No, that's important. I think having a team that you can trust and rely on, and just be straight with each other.
Yeah, being in a band's like having like 6 girlfriends at the same time. It's
and
like,
none of them put out.
So you got to kind of toe that line of being serious and not wasting time.
After a little technical glitch, we have Eugene back in the picture.
How's it going, everybody?
Talking about the value of harmonies in a band.
Yeah.
How do you all approach vocal parts? I mean, is it
usually in key?
That helps too, really.
Taking notes now.
we tend to. I mean, a lot of times we'll tend to work through a part where, like, if I come up with the main vocal melody, from there we'll kind of like, work on the part by part. Either Des will sing the high part or Colton will sing the high part, and then one of them will take kind of a more mid-rangey. They'll kind of jump between. Both of them will kind of like swap between parts sometimes, and then Joe usually is taking the low register with stuff. And a lot of times we'll work on those. There's been times we'll like gather around. It's been a while right now just because we've been playing so much. But honestly, right now the harmonies are sounding really good anyways. Mm-hmm. But there have been times where we'll just sit around a couch with, an acoustic guitar and work on the harmonies till we're like, okay, that's wrong. Sit there. We got the piano. I'm singing this note. That means, you've got to be here. Or, play a major third or fifth or whatever on the piano, depending on what we're going for the harmony. And then try to kind of build. It's usually trying to build a chord around whatever the change is, really. I mean, it's really just chords on chords.
I love that stuff. One of my bands, we were not really a cover band, but we threw in one cover, and we did Queen's "Somebody to Love." And
nice!
Where it's like "Find somebody to love" just over and over again.
That's cool.
We had 3 vocalists, and so it was like, you do this one, you do this one, you do this one, and then the bottom one would drop and do the next one, and it was just like a stair step. And the first time we executed it in rehearsal, it's like, holy shit! That was,
that's great.
A great set of harmonies are amazing. You have a track, either one of your originals or a cover, where maybe it was the biggest challenge, or it just like, God damn, we're really good singers, like.
You mean like learning the harmonies?
Yeah.
Really there's a song off the first record called "Shine," and that one took a while to get the harmonies down on it because they're not like totally straightforward. Some of the harmonies are jumping, like they like kind of jump over each other. Like you'll be singing like what you would think is like, you know, a third, and then all of a sudden that voice changes to a fifth harmony. So it's kind of like I remember, I think we were driving to, I want to say Reno, and we were working on the harmonies in the car, and it still took quite a while before that one even sounded like tight enough to start doing live, to be honest. I think that one took us the longest. It also was one that, you know, none of the guys were in the band when that song was recorded. So it's like one of those of like, okay, we got the song, we do it. You guys don't know the melodies, or you didn't write, you know, you weren't here for the writing of the melodies and the harmonies and the chord structures and everything. So it's not a song that you're like totally like, I know this song like through and through because I recorded on it. I think that also has a lot to play. That's why a lot of the new material where everyone was working together and learning the harmonies and singing them in, you know, when you sing your part in the studio, it's a lot easier to remember your harmony part live. You're like, oh yeah, I know what I sang in the studio, so I'll just sing that, you know?
Yeah. No, that's cool. I'm wondering because a lot of the bands that I talk to and just bands I've known in my life, there's a mix of you know, recording, rehearsing, and playing shows. You all, I mean, you tour as much as, you know, just pro rock stars touring. You know, Iron Maiden plays about 200 shows a year, and you all.
Love that.
How do you, I mean, how do you find time with such a busy gigging schedule to rehearse and then, you know, do promotion and stuff and then write more songs? Like, is that all
Dude,
done in the
you just got to
van?
make time. My off schedule, like yesterday shooting content. The day before that, I was writing with this guy, Keith Nelson. I drove up to like, I took like 2 hours and just drove out and wrote with him. And then drove back home and then got straight into making content. And then I also am uh, I also like am a special vintage guitar manager at a vintage guitar shop. So I do like specialty vintage guitars and stuff where like they come in and I like appraise them and things like that. So I'm doing that. I'm doing band. I'm making content. I'm writing songs, you know, and like, and the same goes for the other guys, man. I mean, Joe came back from freaking the road and immediately went and got us a Sprinter van and seats and all this. Like, you know, it's there's always time. There's never enough time in the day, honestly. But there's like, if you like can schedule, like make your schedule correct and like actually do it, it just comes down to like, are you going to do it or are you not going to do it? That's really it. You know what I mean? It's do or don't. That's it. That's all there is to it. And you can make it happen. You're just, you know, you're going to drink a lot of coffee and probably miss out on a little bit of sleep. But, you know, I'm young. We'll be all right. I don't know if any of the other guys have anything to say about that. But...
Yeah, no, you pretty much summed it all up there.
I don't even remember the last time we rehearsed, and being honest with you, because we play so much. But we will be like, hey, you want to try this song tonight? And some guys be like, I don't know it. And we'll be like, well, whatever, let's just try it. And we'll just try it live. And it's like, or at sound check, that's another good time to go through things. Or there have been times where we're on the road and we'll meet early in a hotel room and we'll kind of go over something. So like he's saying, you just got to make time for it. And you do or you don't, like he's saying. So we try.
We definitely try, that's for sure.
Something that I mean, it's just visually popping. We were talking about this during a little bit of the downtime, but the band has a look. It has style. Your photography and your video work is
oh yeah.
How much of that is just this is who we are and that's the clothes in my closet, and how much of it, like, I think it's important that, you know, that you know, artists listening to this understand. Like some people say, oh, image doesn't matter, but it really does. Like
I want to show you something. Okay. All right. So in my closet, I have 4 things to wear for the stage. I have this yellow peacock suit, I've got another suit, and then I've got these 3 dress shirts that are all Western dress shirts. And that's that, like right now, that's it. And I would just say, like, it is just like it's what it's what I wear. It's a data. It's almost sometimes it's a day to day thing.
Yes.
I always dressing like this. Always throwing on jewelry. Um, I've been like that forever. But it is important to have an image that captivates people and like makes them think like that's something I would never wear, but I'm like intrigued by the person that I'm viewing. You know what I mean? Like I think it's all part of a show. The show is the music, the show is the performance, the show is the dress code, like it's the professionalism, it's the interaction. People come to a show to be entertained. So like I've always looked at it as we're entertainment. So sometimes you gotta dress a little crazy or do something wild. Like that's what they want to see. No one wants to like see someone standing around being boring as hell. That sucks.
I remember I saw Alice Cooper live, and I was like, man, that guy just looks like a rock star. Like he looks so cool. And then I would see a band, and they would just be wearing like shorts and like New Balances and like whatever. And I'm just like, why? Like no effort at all. Like I don't want to see this. Like, dude, come on, man. I want to see entertainment up there. I want someone to, really show me what's up. So that goes hand in hand with what we're doing.
In Havasu, where I'm from, it's kind of like land of the gym shorts on stage. It's like everybody's rocking gym shorts and Under Armour shirts. So these guys whipped me into shape when I got in the band. They were like, yeah, don't wear that. Don't wear that. And so I kind of had a big style influence from all these guys. I started wearing my mom's pants.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
Yeah, dude, I love them. They hug my hips so nicely.
No, like even I think Bruce Springsteen was lucky enough that his look is jeans and a t-shirt. It's like, all right, it works for him. But no, if you think,
but I've never seen Bruce Springsteen live for a reason. That's all I'm gonna say.
Dude, come on, that's the boss, bro. I love the boss.
That's where I draw the line.
I draw the line at the fashion.
Like if he would just start bedazzling his wife beaters, I'd go.
Oh, dude. Just a big a big rhinestone bee, dude.
I do like that he'll play for like 4 hours or 3 hours or whatever. Like,
yeah, I think he does 3 hours straight, no break.
No, one of my favorite quotes is Dolly Parton. She's like, "It takes a lot of money to look this cheap."
Yeah.
Like, no, it's interesting. I think if you go see a classical piano solo recital or whatever, that person puts thought into what they wear. Maybe just a black dress or slacks or whatever, but they're not going to go up in cargo shorts and flip-flops.
No,
right.
No.
I think
no. But I got to be honest, if I went to a classical performance and I saw a dude like bust out a lawn chair and like shorts and like a Budweiser shirt and just started ripping on the piano, I'd get drunk as hell. I would
like
party.
Fred Durst.
Yeah. He's got a mullet, dude. Yeah. And he just sits down and he's like, I'm gonna play Nocturnum in E flat.
And he stinks. You can smell him from the stage.
Oh yeah, he's got a musk and he just kills it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get into that. I mean, I'm just saying, bust out some Jerry Lee or something.
Yeah.
I like it. What do you all have going on over the next few months? I mean, are you working on the next record right
now? Boy. Somebody want to take that?
Definitely, we'll be playing more markets. I know we're going back up to Boise, Idaho for New Year's Eve.
We are.
Yeah.
And then we will definitely be in SoCal and NorCal and Arizona as well.
Arizona.
Yeah.
We're going to be putting out some new releases.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily new recordings, but some new releases, like some alternate versions of songs and some songs that we've recorded before that we haven't released on audio yet. So we got that coming up. We're going to be revamping our whole website. We're going to be launching a new merch store. We're going to be having new merch coming out. And we're actually going to gear up. We're moving across the country. We're moving the business to Nashville this February as well. So we're planning that as well. And so we're kind of just moving forward. We're still promoting this new album, American Dream. We just released a new album that came out in June. And we got two nominations for it from the Hollywood Independent Music Awards. We got one in the country category and one in the Americana category. So just pushing the album, pushing the music.
You know what? We sold out of them, but I do have. This is the vinyl. You know, there we
go. Show them that red, white, and blue tie-dye, Eugene.
Yeah, hold on. You know, I gotta take it out of the plastic. I got a ring light going.
We made 100 of these red, white, and blue vinyl records.
We got
just they're all that.
It's got with the vinyl came this like crazy gatefold. We did like a really like trippy kind of Grateful Dead-ish. We're like, man, you know, it's our first vinyl release. Let's do something cool, you know? So we decided to go with this red, white, and blue splatter.
Kiss.
We made
it's gorgeous.
Yeah, we made 100 of them. We sold out of them. So now I'm in the process of printing more of now you won't be able to get the red, white, and blue ones unfortunately anymore, but we're doing a black and blue swirl vinyl. It was just dude, that first pressing, man, that was pricey. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad we sold out of them because when I saw the bill for the first time we pressed vinyl, I was like, I understand why nobody why it's so hard for bands to press vinyl. You know, man, I mean, I think it was $34, like $40 a vinyl or something. It was crazy. And then when you do that, you're like, how do you make any, you know, you basically have to sell it you almost sell it at a loss because you put so much money into it. You know, it's hard to move it. You end up having to like give some away. So really just, you're hoping that on the next pressing that, you know, the cost will be slightly reduced or it does get reduced, but for the plates and all the setup fees and all that stuff. So, you know, vinyl, I will say that other bands out there, if you have a good, or if you even have like, you know, you have a good, decent starting like home base kind of fan base, vinyl sells really well. I think honestly, vinyl and like trucker hats seem to be like some of the highest selling stuff that we print. So I would say to like kids out there, you come up with like a good design or something, you know, put it on a trucker hat. It's super easy to sell. It's cost effective. It's easy to travel with. You can make good money like for your band and vinyl. And make sure you take a third of whatever you're making and put it back into an account so that you can rebuy your stock. Don't eat all your stock and have no money at the end of the tour. That sucks, you know? Little words of wisdom to the young music crew out there. All right.
Dude, I feel like we should do tapes next time we do a pressing too. I think tapes are making a big comeback.
Tapes were like popular like 6-7 years ago. I don't know if they're still.
They're making a big comeback with my generation right now.
Yeah, I know, but you know we're not Depeche Mode.
True.
I thought I read Taylor Swift is going to put out a cassette.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're coming back.
It's wild. No, I'm glad you said all that. I was going to ask you because you're in venues so much. I mean, I haven't been in a band big enough to have the full breadth. You know, it's like shirts and maybe picks or something like that. But but the advice when you have the resources is to have something for $5 and have something for 10 and 30. Yep. And then if you can put it together, I mean, vinyl is going to be $40-$50.
Yep.
But you'll have some fans that, if they love you, they'll drop $100 on a really cool item.
No problem. They will. And I would say like diversifying your merch and having more options for people really like that excites an audience member comes to your gig. Okay, last time they bought your American Dream t-shirt. Now I want the logo t-shirt. Like I used to do, I would do handmade tie-dyes. I would do like red, white, and blue tie-dye t-shirts with our logo on them. And we'd sell those for like $60. And We sold through those. So we sell through them every time I make them. Actually, it's become such a pain to make them that I've stopped doing them because I'll have like blue hands for like, a week of gigging, and it's just a lot of time, because like I'm doing a powder dyeing, so it's like a 2 day, 3 day process of ice dyeing these t-shirts, and they look great, but like, at some point you're like, okay, with everything else that's going on, I just don't have time to like throw 30 t-shirts in my bathtub and you're like, not be able to shower. I just, it's just not realistic.
The bandmates are like, could you please stop making those shirts and take
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Can you take a shower and stop tie dyeing? Um, we get it. You're in the Blue Man Group right now. But yeah, I would say to like people getting out there doing it. Like we print 3D printed earrings. We have what's it called? We do vinyls. We do CDs. CDs still sell to an older crowd. We do 4 different T-shirts. Sometimes we've done posters. Um, just like 2 different hats. So we try to do it like have a big merch booth with a lot of options. And I feel like that has really helped us. And like I said earlier, we like to the kids out there that if they watch this and they want a little advice, make sure you set up a bank account, look at all those transactions coming through, make sure you can take Square, make sure you can take cash, make sure you have the Zelle account, all these things set up that people, I don't have a credit card, but I have a Venmo. Great, we have a Venmo for the band. Go ahead, Venmo me for it. Making it more convenient for people is the way that it's the easiest way to make sales for your band. And then on top of that, make sure you're taking a percentage, you're putting it away, because you will get to the last thing you want to do is ask your band members that are all broke, because we're always broke. Hey, we all need to chip in $500 to print stuff.
Yeah.
Well, if I don't have, you're not squeezing water out of a stone. If I don't have it, I don't have it. But if you're putting it in that band account while you're on the road, when you get to your destination, you can print again. You have the money already saved up because the merch has been recycling itself.
Yeah.
That's really what you want to get it into, is just recycling your merch.
I want to ask you a really boring business question.
Sure.
I totally agree. You need Venmo and Zelle and Cash App or whatever. As many ways as you can accept money, that's how many ways you should do it.
It's true.
A lot of bands struggle. It's like, oh, well, the guitarist has Venmo, but the drummer has cash. Like, do you do those through personal, or have you set up the band as a company? It's all band accounts.
It used to be personal. We used to run things through, Joe would run it. And now like 2 years ago, we switched to an LLC and we run everything through band accounts. So now it's all, and before that, even it was all in we've always done spreadsheets on like Google spreadsheets. So anyone in the band was able to access it and see all the money that came in and all the money that's gone out, our expense reports, our gas, our rentals, our hotel rooms, foods. All that goes in that spreadsheet and then breaks down the prices per percentage to see what's coming out of the band, what's going into the band fund. We do a band fund and a merch fund though. So we're like super conscious about growing our business. And I think that's a lot of dudes who get into the music industry. They forget that it's a business and you have to make it a functioning business. The only way you can make it a functioning business is by setting up those fail safes where we put 20% basically into a band fund. It's like a fifth member. And then there's a smaller percentage that goes into a merch fund. And that account just grows and grows and grows and grows till we're like, okay, we have all this money saved up. We need to, something happened. We need to do this. We need to do that. We need to buy a new vehicle because it's broken down. Well, we have, 10 grand or whatever put away. Great. We're fine. We planned for this because that's how you plan for success, I think, in the music business.
Yeah, on the one hand, this is really dry, but this is like really, really good stuff that most artists don't think about and then fail or get in arguments or, just.
Oh, yeah. Get that credit score up, baby. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Use the bank money.
No, thanks for talking about that.
Debt
Yeah.
is power.
Debt is
I always say, just swipe the credit card.
just swipe the
He
credit
does
card.
say that
Yeah,
a lot.
just swipe the
Like,
credit
just
card.
swipe it. We'll figure it out later. There's money
out later.
always coming in and going out. Just swipe it.
Just swipe it. It's true.
No, that's
Yep.
that's really cool. Thanks for sharing that. Because yeah, it's almost like I don't know, just any sensitive subject. Money breaks up most bands,
Oh yeah.
famous or garage bands,
It does. And that's why we keep it as transparent. Like we keep it completely transparent with every member. So like at any moment they can access the spreadsheet and see that. They're not getting ripped off. They're getting, I'm walking home with the exact same pay as Colton, as Joe, as Desmond. It doesn't matter what I do for the band, that's what I'm getting. And the other thing we have set up, which is I would also strongly suggest to bands when you get to a point, is we have it set up as a minimum and a maximum. So you are guaranteed in our band to make a minimum per week that comes from a band account drawn out. Everyone gets a check. And if we do really well that week, there's a maximum that we also get for that week. And the rest of it all overflows. If we have like a great week, it just overflows into the band account. Because as much as you want to take that money and be like, oh, I'm going to take, we did so well. It's so great to get this huge payday. Yeah, you can do that and you can spend the money on yourself and blow it. That's cool. But I would much rather put that into promotions, put that into, fixing our vehicles, whatever we have to do to like move the business to the next level.
Yeah, not only that, but like if we have a bad week, which we're about to have a bad week, a couple weeks.
Yes. Yeah. I saw that one in the calendar.
We can now reach into the band fund and still get our minimum, our week.
Yes.
Still pay their bills and eat and all that. So
yep.
That's good.
Yeah, you're not scrambling. You have, you're guaranteed for it.
Yeah. Yes.
That's amazing that you all have that, because I see that a lot in like professional cover bands that play, $10,000 weddings and stuff like that. Those are usually run like corporations, which makes sense. It's a business. But I think, until you've got an army of accountants, running all your business, most rock bands, most independent bands are not that organized.
Me and Joe are an army of accountants.
You make tie-dye shirts and balance the budget.
Yep. Here, I think I have one that I did. I think I have one on hand. Let's see. It's always something.
Dude, nice bed.
Oh, dude, thanks.
Like,
I had
the most fascinating moment of any interview I've done.
Okay, dude, you know what? I don't have one, but I do have my one picture.
Dude, I got my bed right here too,
which is Ozzy.
All right, Wiley, show us your bed.
Yeah. Show us your bed.
Show
us your bed.
I will. You know what? I've never done this.
Oh my God!
Sure, dude, you have it.
You heard it here, folks. First time for everything.
I've got my soccer scarves over there for the Austin Pro team, and then I have my Star Wars wall.
Oh, nice.
Oh, dude, hell yeah. That's sick. That's sick. Oh, dude, well, if we're nerding out, bro, you know what? The only thing I got in my room, besides a ton of guitars, is also Magic the Gathering cards. That's right,
nice.
Folks. Yeah, that's right. I play Magic the Gathering pretty adamantly.
I got this cup.
Oh, dude.
I got a pen.
Is that your dip cup?
No, it's empty.
Okay.
It's my cup of air.
Air cup.
I usually jot down notes during interviews, like, hey, there's a funny quote at minute 37, for the editors to go through this. It's like minute 42, geek shit. I was wondering, what is that album cover? I thought that was Queen 2 behind you, Eugene. Is that not?
No, dude, you know what? This is a photo that my buddy took on Ozzy's last music video.
Okay.
So he gave me this printed out picture of Ozzy. And he knows, I'm a huge Black Sabbath and Ozzy fan. So the only thing I have hanging in my entire room is my picture of Ozzy with him looking down on his desk, you know, and it's kind of like almost like a curtain call to like his, you know, that's like it, you know, that was it.
Yeah.
So hanging out with Ozzy, dude. He's pretty cool.
No, you said that, and I couldn't see it enough, and I just saw the little bits of light. But that's cool. Well, guys, thanks for taking your time. This has been fantastic. I mean, we've covered sci-fi and parrot care.
Parrot care. Yeah, dude. Parrot health.
For those
Don't feed them avocados. It will kill them.
They will die.
They will die. Do not give them avocado. Just nuts.
For those watching, it's American Mile Music is where you find out more about American Mile.
Yes.
All their stuff. American Mile
Join
Music.
our mailing list. Join our mailing list.
Yeah.
That way we can tell you whenever we're coming to your area. Join our mailing list. That's the best way to keep in contact with us.
That's the most he's ever talked about the mailing list.
Dude, you gotta shout it out when you can.
That's great. Well, guys, this has been a fantastic visit. Thank you again for taking the time, overcoming technical challenges and stuff. This is great. Good to meet you. And
thanks, Wiley.
Thank you, man.
If you make it through Austin, Texas, look me up, find me.
Yes.
I'd love to come drink a beer and listen to a set.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
So
thank you, brother.
All right. Take care.